current range in ETFs and direct indexing is that of a hedged position in an underlying index. But hedging comes at a cost. It is not realistic to believe you can hedge your position and not diminish returns. Agilis changes that. The Asymptotic Classic Index, shown here for example, for the CAC 40 in blue, provides asymptotically greater returns than its underlying CAC 40 index, shown in gray. These asymptotically greater returns create a buffer to absorb the cost of hedging out the position. We create various user-defined custom hedges to our classic indexes, a product we call Agilis, shown here in two separate incarnations for the CAC 40 in pink and red. Note the Agilis incarnations will almost always outperform the returns of the base index asymptotically. That is, the hedged version of the Asymptotic Classic weightings of the CAC 40 outperform the basic CAC 40 even after reducing returns for the cost of the hedge. In terms of the performance numbers, we see the returns of the Agilis version outperforming the base index even after the cost of the hedge, the effects of which have reduced the 2008 drawdown from 51% to drawdowns in the teens. Take out the 2008 drawdowns, and even the second worst drawdown over this lengthy history shows dramatic improvements from the Agilis hedge. But it isn't just the buffer afforded by greater asymptotic returns by using the Asymptotic Classic weightings to hedge with, but also the fact that the cost of the hedges is, in large part, a function of the volatility of what we're trying to hedge. Here we have the volatility of the actual CAC 40 in gray versus the volatility of the Asymptotic Classic on the CAC 40. Notice that 100% of the time we are able to implement our hedge using a lower volatility number than we would if we were seeing the same hedge on the actual CAC 40. In fact, the average difference in volatility has the actual CAC 40 59% higher on average than the Asymptotic Classic overlay volatility, thus reducing the cost of hedging the Classic, which has had greater returns than the actual CAC 40 itself. And here we see it on the S&P. Given the construction of the Asymptotic Classic indexes, they will typically show less volatility than their actual base indexes of the same components. If you're going to hedge against an index, why not hedge against a weighting like the Classic, which provides not only a performance buffer to more than absorb the cost of the hedge, but a less expensive hedge as a result of reduced volatility? You want to hedge an index, yet you don't want the performance to suffer. With Agilis, we'll help you get there.